Hi y'all, it's DLove of Fashion. I'm back. Sorry I took a little break. I'm trying to figure out what in the world is DeCarla gonna do with her life, you know? It's like, I don't know. I stress myself out, I let myself down, and, you know, I'm human. I'm strong, I'm fierce, I'm whatever, but, you know, I keep pulling myself back up and I keep trucking along. But anyways, as I digress, this episode's going to be about how I do my hair, because I know it's been a couple weeks back, but a couple of people were like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. And it's like, well, maybe I should do a video on how I do my hair. And these days I do wear my hair straight at times, not always, but I do it more than what I used to do. So that's a good thing about this last year, is it's got me to fall in love with my hair, and I don't know what's going on with it, but it's actually growing, so that's a beautiful thing. And before I forget, please follow me on my social medias under DLove of Fashion. That's where my Facebook page is at, my Instagram, my Pinterest, and my TikTok. And FoxyDLove is where my Poshmark closet is if you would like to purchase any of my gently used clothing, or I have some books on there, or collectibles like Hot Wheels and stuff like that. I'd much appreciate it. So I'll show you kind of a few straight hair things that I do. I did go ahead and blow dry it, and I'm going to have pictures showing you like when it's wet and when it's dry after I blow dry, which is like this right now. Not much of a difference, but hey, whatever. And I don't always you know, work at it real hard, but I just kind of do this sometimes, and then you put, you know, clip your hair back, and then you kind of poof it up a little bit so you still have some volume. And yeah, because this whole bang thing, I will also do it and kind of twist it up. It's not a real big science, but it's what I do. This is what I kind of like to do when Foxy and I go walking. You know, like even after, if I do my hair that day or whatever, I'll just do this so that way it's off my face, and then that way, you know, sweat just goes everywhere else. So this is kind of a thing I do sometimes, and I use these kind of little clippy things. I like them. They got the little teeth, and for my fine hair they work great. Or sometimes, I know years ago an Old Navy customer came in and showed me what she does for volume in her hair. She actually uses these. But you can also, yeah, reminds you of the 80s, but you just kind of comb it back, and then you just bring it in, and then like that. So it's kind of like the same vibe. And then I just tease it a little bit. And you can also do, you can tell my stuff's over here, extreme close-up alert. And then you can do the same on this side. I don't always like, I mean, I guess I do it when I walk with all my hair up, but so you just do the same thing, and that way you don't hold your hair in. And again, I just tease it up a little bit, or you can do something like that so it kind of covers it. Well, kind of makes me look like, you know, like I did when I was little. Whatever, it works. I like it. Alright, so here we go. And I'll show you like different pictures of different tools I use. Like I use this to like brush my hair. Yeah, it's a dirty, nasty mess. I know I need to work it out. I do get the hair out of there, but I don't always clean them. And then I use this. Doesn't do anything for my straight ass hair, but I still like to pretend like I'm using it. It does something. Sometimes when I blow dry my hair, it'll help bring this down a little bit, but it don't do much. And then I also have this other blow drying brush. Yeah, it's dirty too and hairy. And it sometimes helps me with getting some volume up in my hair. So anyways, let's begin. And my favorite curling irons of all time are Hot Tools, and it's these big ones. They just heat nice. You can change the heat settings on there. They're always the best. They last a while, and now they at least give you extra springs if your spring breaks, which is nice. You don't have to send off for them anymore. So I have tons of those springs now, because Now they don't break. Now that they give you extra ones, it's kind of weird. Isn't that how it always works? So anyways, and yeah, my curling iron's dirty. It doesn't matter how many times I clean it, it just goes right back to that. So sometimes I'm like, you know, why clean it, you know? Whatever. It is what it is. So I'm going to try to do this in the camera. And I always try to do my bangs a little different, but, you know, it almost always ends up staying the same way. And yes, hairspray is your friend, especially for fine-haired people like me. I'm going to cheat sometimes, look in the mirror so I can see, get to the ends. So then you just get it to the ends and you just hold it for a little bit. And I spray it a little bit. I'll sit there a little bit. And then I kind of figure the higher up you go, maybe it helps you get more volume, but not really with my fine hair. But hey, whatever works. Or I believe it works for a minute. And usually I just go about the same way around the whole entire head the same way. They all go the same way. Sometimes I try to get this to be a little straighter down here and just curl it under a little bit. It's kind of been my thing lately, so I just kind of take it like this. And then I just kind of go like this. Sometimes you need to go different ways, right? Right. And I've used like the purple version of these curling irons and the gold one. I think probably the gold is my favorite. I know, like back in the day when I was learning how to curl my hair, like in the 70s, I couldn't use like the silver curling irons because my hair was too thin and they wouldn't stay in the little clamp. So I think my mom had one. She had a black curling iron. Of course, they were the smaller curling irons back then. I mean, you can still get those, but. And so she had a black one, and I think that's when it was like, oh my gosh, my hair stays in these. I don't have to like try to hurry up and curl it before it all slides out or whatever. And then, so you take this. Same way. Try to get it to the end. So yeah, and I think I've gotten used to this one, but I didn't like this one as well once I purchased it, but it was like, you know, the new thing to get with theirs because my curling iron broke or whatever. Oh, because the cords on these, that's what goes wrong. It's the cords. The cords start shorting out. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. So yeah, so I really like the gold and I like the purple. But like I said, I think I've got used to this one, so I don't remember why I didn't like it. Maybe it doesn't, I can't remember if it didn't curl as much or the clamp's just not as tight. And like I said, with my fine hair, I need a really tight clamp. And I think I would test things like that at stores. You would just kind of, you don't want to go like on the thingy, like on this thingy, and just to see like if it snaps really good. You really don't want to break their model or whatever, but, and I think sometimes I'd even, don't gross out, but I would stick my hair in there and just kind of run through it just to kind of see how it would go to the ends, because I'm telling you, those silver ones, they were really light. I remember they were light, and it seems like there was like holes on the top of this little clampy thing. So yeah, my hair, no, just slid right out. And you could tell like it just didn't clamp down all the way. It was kind of weird. And I haven't had as many problems, but then I always have these hot tools, so I don't really worry about it. And I haven't bought anything different besides these hot tools. I think I've used other people's. Oh, I did buy, back when these big things came out, like Conair had one, and again, the clamp just wasn't, see how, you know that thing is tight. But like the Conair one, and it was like a pink barrel, it wasn't very tight. And you know, it was like in the 90s when these big curls were in or whatever, and I was just like, that ain't gonna work. And it didn't. So then I just kind of, you know, play with it a little bit. Sometimes I know how it's gonna turn out. Sometimes I don't have any idea. I just kind of play with it till I feel like I like it. I don't know why, but I like this more like this instead of spread out. Sometimes I use dry hairspray, sometimes I don't, because it gives it more body. And then, yep, I definitely tease it, especially right here. I just like it to look a little thicker through here. Sometimes I feel like it helps my hips and all that. It kind of evens everything out. And sometimes I'll just brush this a little bit just to kind of see what it's doing. Sorry, I gotta keep looking in here because it's a lot smaller here. And then I do love this. This is like some of my favorite sexy hair, and it's healthy. It's so touchable. I used to like the 80s crunchy hair, but now I like the soft hair. So, and a lot of times you have to keep working till you find the right soft one that works and will hold your hair. I know sometimes it's not as good in humidity. Ask my fine hair. My fine hair will tell you that. So then, you know, I just kind of spray it. And then, like, I like these all together. So you just kind of play with it. And if you want this out a little bit, you just, as you're spraying it, you pull it. And again, I want us to kind of stay together. And then I need to tease this side a little bit up there at the back. And you kind of brush it just a little bit so you keep the rat's nest underneath. And then you just kind of piece it around, play with it. And, you know, sometimes I'll recurl something because maybe in between, like, I know I kind of curled this one in. But it's gotten a little straighter in with me playing and the humidity. Yeah, my hair and I don't like humidity. But I guess a lot of hair doesn't. And you just kind of get her done. Like I said, I just play with my fingers. Because I don't like it to always, you know, it's kind of hard to make hair perfect, but. And then always make sure, especially because I'm sweating, always kind of get underneath there because you want to get the little baby hairs and then just kind of smooth those up into your little faux bang thing, whatever. That's what I call it. It's like my faux bang. Because it's not really a bang bang. Bang bang. It's just a bang bang. So there you have it. Pretty easy, pretty simple. All one way. Sometimes I wear it straighter, like I said. Sometimes when I feel like my hair is just not being good, I do have some hair extensions that I can clip in, and I love those. Sometimes that helps when it is a little more muggier, and then that way I can clip those in, and when my hair starts to go whoop, 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 I will at least have that in there. And I don't always wear the whole head. Sometimes I'll just wear like a piece right here, that way I know it's going to give volume here. Since my hair's done really well and grown, I'm not complaining. I love it and I'm grateful for it. So anyways, I will have my table in there of like a lot of the different products I use, and you know, kind of why I use them. Like, here's my mousse. I use this L'Oreal Mousse Boost It. That's what I use, because with the fine hair, I need it. Oh my gosh, my hairspray doesn't taste good. And like I said, sometimes I use dry shampoos. Like, I'll bend over and just spray my hair like crazy, and that'll help give it some more volume. I also use this, like, you get a lot of it in this big ass can of Mega Hair, but I don't think it holds as well. It probably does in the winter time. It's just not a very good summertime one. But I definitely think the Sexy Hair one holds a lot better for the humidity stuff for your fine hair in the summertime. I mean, not walking or whatever, but you know, just simple stuff. So that's it. I appreciate you watching. Again, follow my social medias, which would be DLove of Fashion, and that's going to be my Facebook page, my Pinterest, my TikTok, and my Instagram. And then my Poshmark closet is under FoxyDLove. So you can, if you want to purchase any of my gently used clothing, there's only like there's 2 pairs of shoes left and a belt, but lots of tops and a few pants or whatever, and some Hot Wheels and motorcycle plates and some books. I've been reading lots of books this summer, so that's been a good thing. Knowledge is good. I'm reading a really good book right now about Indian stuff. I love it. It's sad, but I love learning about, you know, what they do and what they did, and unfortunately what we did to them. But anyways, so again, I thank you. I will have pictures. I'll post stuff of my different products that I use, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you. Bye.